Welcome to the Cool Club. Yo, this is very funny to me because this is the first video that I've done that we're done on the Cool Club, and we're gonna do a lot more videos on just reviewing these movies that are coming out from our childhood. I mean, we all love Marvel, we all love DC, superhero movies, anything cool, the Cool Club pays attention to. We love these movies, but what I'm seeing and what I'm not liking is the pattern of tokenizing characters and either gender swapping them, race swapping them, sexuality swapping them, all of those unnecessary, those things are unnecessary. And you have, instead of, doing that to characters, you should just come up with your own original characters. But today in Hollywood, there is a huge lack of talent. Like, they don't even have the talent to write in the LGBT characters or the tokenized characters that they want. They don't have, like, you don't need to change for example, you don't need to change a Caucasian character black. You don't need to make, the reason why is because you have enough black superheroes at this moment, and if not, you have enough people with talent to create them. I see guys on Instagram, even myself I'm a cartoonist, sketch artist, and I come up with concepts. I have different concepts for different characters and stuff, but you don't have people reaching out or doing business with those with new blood. They constantly want to deal with the same people. And these people right now they've lost their steam, is all I could say. Like, this is Marvel is suffering. They're coming at with all of these. I just recently saw the worst part of, and I got this word from a YouTuber, Young Ripper. I see him. I see YouTubers like him and others. These are fans. Like, we're fans of the continuity. We're fans of the the characters themselves. Like, these are our childhood superheroes. Like, we are the ones who bought the comics. We're the ones who go put the butts in seats. We're the ones who support this stuff through the merchandise and the toys. We didn't get the toys for our kids. Even, collect toys ourselves. Action figures. These are the things that goes on with the fans. Like, they are the core. They are the heart. But still, you have these writers and stuff who don't seem to care about the core fan base. Instead, they're pandering to political groups and minority groups and groups that never, ever, supported the source material itself. Like, they never supported it before you did. You're trying to get them on board. Well, that's fine. The thing is, use your own original characters. You don't have to tokenize a LGBT character. You actually have them now. You can use the ones you have. If you can't write them in good, wait till you get some talent who can. You understand? Or just making the whole original project. You just don't have the talent, the steam, and the thing. And it's so sick when you see people, the core fans, giving their opinions and giving pushback a lot of, and basically thumbing down all of the tokenized products that they see pushed out. When you have them doing that, even commenting their opinion on the movie's rating that they didn't like it or they didn't like the character, you have people want to call them misogynist. You have people want to call them slurs and names. That's one of the most ridiculous things that could ever happen. And we need to really, you're doing everyone a disservice by taking that type of deranged mindset, by thinking that because these people who created it or who actually liked it and support it, because you thinking that they can't even have an opinion now on some of this stuff. That's crazy. Because you wouldn't say anything to them if they were to be like, oh, I didn't like, if a person be like, oh, I didn't like Abomination in that movie. I didn't like that character. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like, what's his name? I'm just using an example because that what was his name? Blonsky, whatever. I forget his name. the guy who played the Abomination, if you were to be like, oh, okay, I just didn't like that, and you was to say that, nobody would bat an eye. Nobody would give you any problems. Nobody would call you a misogynist. But the fact, because, or you, even if you was to be like, I don't like the guy in Spawn, the dude, it was a man named Terry. Terry was Al Simmons' friend. In the first Spawn that came out with Michael Jai White, they race swapped Terry. Terry he went from black to white. They made him white. No one knows why. It didn't make any sense. It made no sense for the storyline, but that's what happened. Nobody said nothing about that. It's only now, it seems, you know what I'm saying, even the core fans wasn't even mad at stuff like that. See, we don't pick and choose. We not just grabbing stuff, you know, just because you did it. No, what you do is you ruin the character. I'm gonna give you an example. The worst part of the worst tokenization I've seen up to date is Taskmaster in this Black Widow film. It's out, so spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear it, you know, cut off the video. But Taskmaster is a woman in the Black Widow movie. Taskmaster ends up being the burnt daughter. And this is another thing. Taskmaster is the daughter who Scarlett Johansson thought she had killed by trying to kill the villain. Now, this was a little girl when Scarlett Johansson blew her to hell and didn't, with no remorse. And so the villain ended up salvaging the girl, and she didn't die, and he ended up putting her in the Taskmaster suit and training her to, you know, be able to fight the Black Widows and things like that. That was stupid. You didn't have to do that. You understand? First of all, that whole character arc of Scarlett Johansson just blowing that little girl to shit, not even caring, that totally take away from Scarlett Johansson's character. Like that, like, man, you're not that good of a person, are you? Like, you need to make atonement. Like, you done some horrible things in life. And I mean, that was just uncalled for. Like, stuff like that you could have left out. Taskmaster was cool in the video game that just came out. You know, he's a guy, he don't need a deep backstory origin. He just a badass who comes to collect. You know, when he come down to the widows, he's the neutralizer to the widows. It don't make sense to have another widow in his suit, like, or another, like, you know what I'm saying? And this is the same people who, like, I'm definitely not, you know, one of those who believe that women should be doing everything that, or can do everything that men do, because it's just not true. It's not true in nature. You don't want women playing football. You don't want women competing against male basketball players. You don't want women competing against men in MMA. It don't matter who the woman is. You don't want that to happen. That's a stupid slope to go, a dangerous slope to go down in your society. But we try to perpetuate that in fantasy, you know, with these movies. But it's like, no, what you start doing is you ruin the stories. Don't make sense. You ruin the characters that were already built in. They already have built-in canon, built-in functions. You don't need to tweak them, you know, unless you tweak them to modernize them, tweak them to bring the character up to speed, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need to try to change their gender. You don't need to change their race. You don't need to change their identity. You don't need to do all that. We don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? And if it does have a play, like, that's like making the Black Panther white. That's like taking T'Challa and making him white and just saying, look, we don't care. We can explain it. You know, and doing what y'all do, explaining it in some stupid way. That's why you're suffering. That's why we don't, the core fans are just leaving it out. Like, look, if all we have to do is deal with the old stuff and the old comics, fine. But I'm not looking at this new garbage. I have people who I know who say they're not dealing with Disney no more. They ain't dealing with that no more. And Disney, you think that you could survive this by you just gonna try to create some new fan, like LGBT community and all that. They ain't watching your movies, supporting them like that. They don't go to watching superhero movies. You understand? Like, they not most of the crowd of whom people would consider, you know, nerds, or people consider to be the geeks, or, you know, who people used to look down on, now, you know, that they found out they can make money off of their products, you know, and make money off of the stuff that we grew up on. Oh, now we say, oh, let me get that from you. Let me get that. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Let me get that. And like I said, man, for the people who come in who don't even know any of the canon of these stories, you don't even have much of an opinion. We don't care about your opinion. Your opinion does not matter, because you don't even know anything about the characters or, you know, their canon. So for you, it's just like whatever. They, you know, just make them LGBT and think that us as the fans have a problem with it, be just only based off the fact that they're LGBT. Like, you being disingenuous, and that's why I said we can't even listen to y'all, because y'all don't make sense. That's y'all borderline in mental illness right now. Like, because you don't get the fact that this is an original character that already has an identity. Then you in turn take that identity, that character which people have already canonized and loved and ingrained within they psyche of entertainment of the universe. Then you flip it, switch it, take them, throw that character away, say screw y'all, basically spitting in the person's the fan's face. Then come out with it and totally change the character, which not only makes the character not the same, but makes them worse. And then give them questionable morality and things like that. You think we supposed to like that? What you like, and you think that's something that people are supposed to like and enjoy? You're retarded, man. Like, you have, like, really, like, we don't even need to have a conversation. I'm not arguing with you about this. You know, it's just the facts. The canon is the canon. If you don't know the canon, then hush your mouth. But we would like, when there was a petition to do the first superhero movies, when they was coming out with all them suck superhero movies, the Captain America that came out in the 90s, all those Spider-Mans they put out, them Supermans that didn't really do Superman justice. You couldn't really see the power. Like, they were maybe good for the time, but we all wanted to see the Hulk on screen, man. We wanted to see you know, Superman on screen, but we wanted to see it in the fashion that we remembered it, not in some new bastardized, compromised, politically correct form. Y'all got me. They have movies literally like, why do we have to be politically correct with the superhero stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying? Be politically correct with some original. They got movies out here, man, that are, you know, that push the envelope and do some stuff that you would never thought people could do on screen. I'm talking about these movies, you know, some people would consider to be sick, but then some people consider it to be an art form. Movies don't have to be, superhero movies ain't meant to be politically correct and have to pander to agendas. Like, we don't, like, when did it get like that? It's just only because Disney is part of that agenda. They, you know what I'm saying, they don't have no problem trying to usher in certain agendas by using original characters and, like, basically infiltrating forms of walks of life where they actually have no business or jurisdiction. It's crazy. Like I said, the Taskmaster swap was the worst. That it added nothing to the character. I already explained it. The character's depth. You didn't need any depth in the Taskmaster in the first place. But to do it like that, you could clearly tell that there was a woman's head CG on a man's body. And if for all of you soy boys and complainers and all of you, you know, you attacking the Egypt, you attacking because you're such a big misogynist. For all of y'all, why, answer me this question? If it don't matter, why did they just not put the Taskmaster in a woman's bodysuit? Why did they wait so long? You know, even in the trailers, in the even in the movie, they waited to the end to reveal to you that was a woman. It wore a man's suit. The body is a man's body. The woman's not that buff or built. She wasn't. You could tell, like, her head looked, dude. When you got a CG a woman's head on a body, it's pretty bad, man. You shouldn't do it. Why don't you just leave the original guy in the suit? He could have played Taskmaster. He didn't have to do much acting. That's not Taskmaster's MO. But you see, like I said, nobody would know that. These people would know that because they don't care about the canon. The canon. They do not like the canon, man. It's just something with it. It's something about them to where they feel like if you want to do that, create your own characters. Create them. People may, and you know that people may not like them. The core fan base, they have the choice. They might not like them. They might look at them as lame. They might see them as uncool. That's why we don't like these characters. They lame, they suck. Period. Make another one. You understand? Just because, and the thing with the LGBT characters is you don't have to focus on that. We don't have to focus on them. Batman ain't focused on the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he like women. That wasn't his big MO. Like, that wasn't, Batman wasn't coming out like, I like to get some coochie. You feel me? Do you understand? This is Batman, and I like cat booty. You know, you never even knew. Like, he just, when he get him a woman, he get him a woman. That's introduced like that. You know, these LGBT characters, they try to put that at the forefront. Nigga come out, Rainbow Man. Like, what? And he got, you know, dildos around his neck. Like, that's just uncomfortable to people. I'm sorry. You know, try again. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video. Hope that y'all, you know, hit that like and subscribe button. I hope y'all like this video. We're going to do a lot more videos on the Coolclub. We're going to do a lot more reviews, anime reviews. We got superhero film reviews. We're going to do action figure reviews on the site. And we also going to do a lot of fun stuff. So just stay tuned. Shout out to the minions. And I'm out of here.